Hi, I'm Stephen Boyle. It's about 10:35 right now here in New England. Well, this is what's going on. We have a special weather statement. What's going on? Well, we have some fog that's going to be coming on here into the region. Maybe some dense fog. Maybe visibility is being reduced as less than a quarter of a mile. So just watch out for that. That could be a little bit hazardous, especially if you're traveling later on tonight, and on into the early parts of tomorrow morning. You might be greeted by the fog that will be developing. Why is it developing? Well, essentially the moisture in the air is going to be. We have moisture in the air, and with the temperatures dropping and the dew points rising, we are seeing the potential concerns of this fog. So watch out if you're traveling tonight on into tomorrow morning. But other than that, is there much going on? Not really. It's just gonna be practically dry and sunny. So this rain that we got today was essentially the most active it's gonna be for a little while. Temperatures tonight dropping into the 30s and 40s, 20s way to the north, 50s even down into Washington. Look at that, almost 60 degrees tonight. Can you believe that? Saturday, temperatures rise. Tomorrow, temperatures rise into the 60s, even seeing some upper 60s in Burlington, Vermont. Can you believe that the core of this heat that we're going to see this upcoming week will be practically within this particular region here? This is really where the core of the heat will be. Because this is really where the most of the influence from the high will be that we're seeing here, and you'll actually kind of see that in the model that I'm going to show you. But this will be the region that could pick up some very warm air, and this will continue southward. This will continue in this direction, where the warmest stuff will be this week. But essentially, that's what's going on. And then as time continues to persist, you can see temperatures in the overnight hours dropping into the 30s and 40s. Look at Burlington, 45 tomorrow night. That's going to be the warm spot. Also some 50s in Pennsylvania. Tomorrow, or on Sunday, 60s here in way southern New England, lower 70s, upper 70s towards northern Vermont. Can see that. Yeah, things will be getting warm on Sunday. We could be seeing temperatures only will be dropping into we'll say the mid to upper 40s, with temperatures maybe dropping to around 50 in some locations like Boston. Things will sort of be it will be we'll be into the mid to upper 60s on Monday. You can see this is essentially how it's going to be going, and you can see, like I said, Vermont, northern New York, and portions of Pennsylvania will be really the core of the heat. Look at that. Look at the lows on Tuesday night. That's like impressive warmth for the nighttime. 56 degrees. I mean, Washington, D.C. will be as warm as Burlington. What's up with that? Yeah, that's during the nighttime hours. Just look at how warm things will be. Close to 80, if not exceeding that. Mid to upper 50s for northern Maine on Wednesday, and then of course this will be practically what happens up until Thursday, when things start to cool down around here. Things start cooling around on Thursday, and Thursday night we see temperatures dropping into the 50s, 30s way to the north. We're talking northern Maine. Whoops, that's tonight. We don't want tonight. We want Friday. You can see things start to really moderate here on Friday, where you can see Burlington will be dropping, and you can see also northern Maine will be dropping into the 40s, and then down here we'll be seeing the we'll say mid to upper 60s. So that's what's going on here up until Friday. Nothing much. I don't expect to see any precipitation within that particular period. It's really not until you hit after that. So let me show you and explain to you what's going on. This is the this is actually not the most recent model, but these are one of the models that we're seeing, that we look at. This is the high pressure, and the reason why Vermont will be warmer is I will actually show you. We want to go towards Wednesday. Really what's going on here is I want you to look at this line. You can see the line right from the Gulf Coast essentially goes like this. Okay, now these are we are a little bit to the east of where that flow directly from the Gulf is. I mean, we're still in the influence of the high, but things are going to be warmer essentially up into this region in here. We're going to be a little bit more to the south and east, which will kind of prevent us from getting into the 80s. Also, around here into New England, we'll also have a little bit more of a sea breeze as well, particularly coastal New England. As time continues to move on, we start approaching the concern of possibly a cool down, and a major cool down at that. Here's where things get exciting. This is around next weekend. This is Saturday the 24th, so that would bring us to next Saturday. This is a pretty intense cold front with intense cold from Canada that will start really unleashing itself. You can actually see the direction of how everything is going to be going. If you look at these lines in here, look at how they're pointed. They're pointed in our direction. Okay, which when you see that pointed in our direction, that usually doesn't mean a good sign. Winds will be coming in from the north. When winds start coming in from the north, well, essentially, it's a cool down. So that's essentially what's going to be going on, and that's that's by next weekend. Have a concern if this particular setup happens, because the air behind this thing is Canada cold. This is pretty cold stuff. And the air ahead of this will be pretty warm, or at least warmer. So you're talking about anywhere between a 20 to 30 degree difference from in here to over here. These temperatures are, and we'll say at the highest 38. That's the absolute highest it would be. And that would be really, it would be really right on this line. Above that line, you really start seeing low to mid 30s. Low 30s, really. And then once you get above that 5-10 line, you start getting into the 20s. It's cold stuff. It's winter cold. Things will really start coming down. You can see how things will start really coming down and unleashing itself on us. You can see we start seeing dips. You can see we start seeing strengthening troughs around here. And then things start receding towards the end of this period. Whether that happens or not, whether we actually get into an influence like that, I'm not sure. We have to really iron things out here. We're still anywhere between 15 to 17 days away from this particular event. Whether it happens or not will be or actually we'll say anywhere between 11 to 14 days from this particular event. Whether this actually happens, I'm not sure yet, okay? But it's looking promising, since if you look at all my videos from this week and you look at the models that I've been showing, it looks promising, okay? It looks promising, but we'll continue to monitor this stuff for you. We'll give you updates as time continues to progress, and if there, and just continue to stick around with us. Like as we all know, even a 5-day forecast will still have tweaks a day in advance and stuff like this. So this is just essentially a general rundown and just a general trend that's from the models. Whether this is right or not is really, we're just not sure yet. Or I'm not sure yet. I'm sorry. But also other meteorologists are not sure yet as well. But we'll continue to monitor this and tell you what happens. But the details of whether we're going to get a massive severe weather event before the cold air comes in, whether we're going to get some snow afterwards, how cold it's going to get, how long it lasts, all these essential questions that are going to be running through everyone's mind, just not sure yet. So we'll answer some of those questions as time continues to work its way forward. Really, by next week, we'll get a good understanding of that. But until that particular time, we really don't know. We just really don't know. So just stick around. Have a great rest of your Friday, and I will be back tomorrow. Have a great evening, everyone.